In this video, we are going to talk about how I am related to PayU. PayU is my first organization. Okay, in PayU, I served my last 3 years within BBPS team. BBPS stand for Bharat Bill Payment System. In short, it is for bill payments like uh, electricity bill payment and what you can see, credit card bill payment, water bill payment, DTH bill payment, and so on. Okay, so let's deep dive bit into BBPS, what BBPS actually is. Okay, so if you see, BBPS is a system which is governed by NPCI, and BBPS is basically divided into two parts. One is customer operating unit, and next is biller operating unit. So what does customer operating unit do? Customer operating unit is basically platform where all the agents like CRED, Navi, Google Pay, all those agents register themselves in COU, and they help you to a user to pay the bill. Like if you want to pay a credit card bill, you'll go to credit, you'll open your you'll fetch your bill first, right? And that will be, let's say, for Axis Bank. Then what you'll do, you'll first fetch the bill for Axis Bank credit card, right? And how the flow will be, you'll first go to credit agent, that will forward your request to customer operating unit, and will forward that request to BBPS system. So let's deep dive into BBPS. I'll explain you stuff in deep. So the thing is, if you see, customer operating unit is something which is helpful for the agents. Means NPCI is something which is governing body. NPCI don't actually interact with all the CRED, Google Pay, Navi, all these agents, and the like biller like Bascom and all. So NPCI introduces two unit, right? One is customer operating unit, one is biller operating unit. So all the agents will be interacting with customer operating unit. It can be PayU's customer operating unit or someone else customer operating unit, right? Similar goes with biller operating unit. Means there are multiple biller operating unit. PayU operate as BOU as well. So our team is majorly divided into two part, that is customer operating unit and biller operating unit. If you see why I have highlighted this area, this area is highlighted because I work under this team only. Now PayU COU is basically divided into two microservices. One is NBC and another is COU itself. NBC stand for uh, Non-BBPS Connect application, and another is a COU Customer Operating Unit application. So I'll explain you deep when I'll be explaining some experience. Right now, you just need to know that we have two microservices within COU, and when agent interacts, it will be interacting with microservice 1 and will be routing the request to microservice 2, and microservice 2 is something which will be interacting with NPCI. Okay, so that is what we do. Now if you see, agents will be calling our NBC microservice and will route it to COA microservice, and these are basically internal application. Means agents will never notice that we are using two microservices and then forwarding the request to NPCI. Okay, so that is what related to COU, and now NPCI has all the rights to forward it to BOU. Now the thing is, BOU can be PayU BOU or maybe other BOU provider. Okay, and then finally BOU will be interacting with biller and fetching your bills and sharing you whatever the fetched amount and what amount you need to pay. So that is all about bill payment within Bharat Connect. And in PayU, we we basically have couple of microservices that are listed here. Like we have agent dashboard for our agents. Agents can integrate directly our APIs, or they can utilize our dashboard as well. It's up to agents. Okay, now we have one a TSP microservice as well, that is for banks. Means the TSP stand for technical service provider, right? Means this is something which gives a UI to banks to operate with PayU. Okay, now what next? We have third microservice as NBC. It stand for Non-BBPS Connect. Okay, next is customer operating unit, and the fifth one is biller operating unit. We have two more microservices. One is admin portal, and another is BBPS listener. With admin portal, we used to control all these dashboards and all. Means all the microservices. If some configuration required, something we need to make change from UI, then we are just handling from here. Okay, and if we talk about BBPS listener, BBPS listener is basically our listener application which listens changes from DB with respect to every transaction, and it's useful for settlement and reconciliation. Means basically, um, if you if we want to do settlement and reconciliation for any particular transaction, that transaction will be read via Maxwell. Means Maxwell is something which detect the change log. Means uh, yeah, it captures the data change in DB, and with respect to that, it creates an event, and that event is basically consumed by Kafka, and with that, our application works. So this is high level of BBPS, and I'll be explaining each of my experience point and where it exactly belongs, so that it is clear for everyone. And yeah, that is pretty much I wanted to share. That's it. Thank you for this video.